what happened to this girl? Ano nangyari sa kanya? May multo ba? Bad spirit on her hair? Kaya tumayo yung kanyang buhok at dumikit sa balo. Hello everyone! Welcome back to Sir Fox Learning Channel. Ito ulit si Sir Fox. Maglilingkod sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng video lesson para sa kabataang Imosenyo. Dahil sa Yenko, panalo tayo. Ayan, magandang araw pong muli sa inyong lahat. For today's video, ang pag-aaralan po natin ay patungkol po sa electric charge. Here are our most essential learning competencies for this lesson, electric charge. At the end of this presentation, our aim, our goal is for you to describe using a diagram, charging by rubbing and charging by induction, explain the role of electron transfer in electrostatic charging by rubbing, describe experiments to show electrostatic charging by induction. So describe electric charge by using a diagram, or charging by rubbing and charging by induction, and the role of electron transfer and electrostatic charging by rubbing, and describe experiments to show electrostatic charging by induction. Alright? So what comes to your mind when you hear the word electric charge? What is electric charge? What is your prior knowledge about electric charge? Anyone? You can comment it down on the comment section of what do you mean by electric charge. When you see this picture, you have there a positive and negative sign. What comes to your mind when you see this picture? Probably you will say, Sir Fox, that is electric charge. So if the positive sign here and negative sign are electric charge, therefore what is electric charge? Or represents as an electric charge, therefore what is electric charge? Electric charge is the physical property of matter that causes it to experience a force. Physical property of matter that causes to experience a force. Ano ba yung mga physical property? Can you still remember of what are the physical properties of matter? So it could be a hardness, di ba? Ductility, di ba? Those are some of the physical properties of matter. But here, when we speak about electric charge, that is the physical property of matter which cause to experience force. Ano ba yung force? Force is a push or pull, or the product of the mass times its acceleration. Basically, that's force, or a push or pull. Electric charge, it is composed of electrons and protons and neutrons, or electrons is a negatively charged particles, protons are the positively charged particles, and neutrons are neutrals. So these three particles are the different types of electric charges. The positive charge, which in an atom it refers to protons. The negative charge, which is in an atom, it refers to electrons, and the neutrons, which it it refers to the neutral charge. Now, electric charge is a transfer. Remember to this. Electric charge is a transfer of electron from one object to another. So, ang definition po natin kanina ng electric charge, it is a property, physical property of matter that causes it to experience a force. So, since it is a physical property of matter that causes to experience a force, so there is a transfer happens. Transfer of electrons from one object to another. Alright? Ibig sabihin, si protons is positively charged, si electrons is a negatively charged, and probably once these two charges attracts each other, transfer electrons with each other. Usually, protons, which are positively charged, are in the nucleus of an atom. Electrons spin around the nucleus to attract the protons. And the protons ay mapagbigay yan si protons. Masyado mapagbigay. Kaya si electron na nangangailangan ng charge para siya maging stable, kaya siya nag-i-spin. Electrons which spinning around the nucleus are unstable charges, unstable atoms, charges rather, and therefore protons will attract and give to stabilize that electron. So there is a transfer happen. And alam mo ba, ang unang nagtawag nitong electric charge ay si Benjamin Franklin, the first scientist to call the two types of charges as a positive and negative charge. So it was Benjamin Franklin who called positive charge, kasi during the Big Bang theory, these charges, they called it as quarks. Now, electrons and protons and neutrons are all particles of an atom. If we are talking about charges, electrons is negatively charged, protons is positively charged, and neutron is neutral. Atom contains equal number of protons and electrons. The atom is described as being electrically neutral. Equal yung number. In chemistry, that is stable. Kapag hindi equal yung numbers of protons and electrons, ibig sabihin, that is electrically charged. So, when there is an electrical charges, it means there is an attraction happens. Kapag electrically neutral, probably no more attractions happens. Dahil equal na yung distributions, equal na yung number of protons and electrons of each charges. Alright? However, a net charge of a system is the algebraic sum taking care to include the positive and negative signs of the charges of the constituent particle in the system. If an object that is electrically neutral has equal amounts of positive and negative charges, thus the net charge is equal to 0. Now, ordinary matter consists of atoms, which in turn consist of electrons, protons, and neutrons. And protons and neutrons are called nucleons because they are found in the nucleus. As what I've said, protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. The nucleus is the central part of an atom. And then electrons, the negatively charged, will spin around the nucleus to attract to gain, to share. And then, yes, to gain. And then proton will share to stabilize the unstable atom who attracts by the use of electrons. Now, what happened to this girl? Anong nangyari sa kanya? May multo ba? Or bad spirit on her hair? Kaya tumayo yung kanyang buhok at dumikit sa balloon? What happened to her? Ano kayang nangyari sa kanya? Bakit nagkaganyan ang kanyang buhok? Hinawakan lang naman niya yung balloon at bigla na lang umangat ang kanyang buhok. What do you think happened to her? So ang tawag po dyan is electrostatic charging. Electrostatic charging. Paano naging electrostatic charging? So pag sinabi po nating electrostatic charging, it refers to static electricity or electrostatic charge or a deficiency or excess of electrons which occurs on ungrounded or insulating surfaces. It is produced by friction between two surfaces. In other words, the hair of the girl here will not stand up kung walang ginawang or walang nangyaring friction. And probably, the balloon rubbed on the hair of the girl and then afterwards, ayun na, sumama na yung kanyang hair. Kaya naging ganyan. Alright? At ang tawag po dyan is electrostatic charging. So much for that. Sana nga po mayroon po kayong natutunan sa araw na ito sa pamamagitan ng panonood po ninyo sa video lesson ni Sir Fox. This is video lesson for General Physics 2 Quarter 3 Electric Charge. This is my first video lesson for my class actually in STEM 12 Galileo for General Physics 2. And hopefully, kahit hindi ka kasali sa klase ko at ikaw ay nagawi sa learning channel ni Sir Wax at nagustuhan mo yung short, simple video lesson na ito, huwag mo sanang kalimutang i-click ang subscription button para maging updated ka sa mga susunod ko pong video lessons na gagawin specifically for General Physics 2. Marami pong salamat. Happy learning, everyone.